Today from the Mississippi Armed Forces Museum. We're here for Memorial Day, of course, and we welcome now to the Element Wealth Studios Mayor Toby Barker, the mayor of Hattiesburg. Mayor, good to see you, sir. I think we just found you out in the hall, said come on and talk to us.
They did, but I'm glad to talk to you again.
Yes, sir. So first, this facility here, not too far south of the great hub city of Hattiesburg, is fantastic, isn't it?
We have a great military community, and the Armed Forces Museum at Camp Shelby, Mississippi's Armed Forces Museum, really is the cornerstone of that. Camp Shelby's been here over 100 years. It's 136,000 acres. People from all over the country, and as we found out today, all over the world, come and train here, and it's certainly a part of our community.
But it's unbelievable, and this museum, which showcases Mississippians specifically who served America in the armed forces, is so well done.
Tommy and the museum staff here does a great job of telling those stories, and it's not static. It always changes. I remember when I was in the House, Representative Mac Huddleston from Pontotoc came through here one day and saw a photograph of him flying his helicopter. And then the museum found out about that and did a whole display out there of a model of his helicopter to honor him. And we just, they really are always listening, always looking for ways to tell Mississippi story.
It's totally incredible, no doubt about it. So we have got a lot of stuff going on in the state. It's election year. Any thoughts you wanted to share with us on that?
Well, anytime you have state and local elections, it always brings an interesting dynamic, particularly when you have party primaries in August and all the activity that goes along with that. But I think the state's headed in a really good direction right now, and certainly with the accomplishments of this last legislative session, excited for Lieutenant Governor Hoseman's leadership and kind of what steps we'll take going forward.
Yeah, that seems to be what likely will be the most contentious primary, I think, certainly from a Republican perspective, is the race for lieutenant governor. We'll see where all that lands. Primaries after Memorial Day, you feel like are really going to shift into high gear as we approach the August primary election day. And, of course, that's being overlaid with so much news in the national elections with candidates for president announcing this week as well. And so we kind of have a double dose of politics right now for the next couple of years. But talk about your great city of Hattiesburg. How are things going there?
Well, I think when we start in the first week of March, it's a dead sprint to Memorial Day with all the activities going on, and whether it's Live at 5 or whether it's the great athletic programs at Southern Miss and William Carey, both of whom are doing incredibly well in baseball right now. William Carey is in the NAIA World Series. Yep. Southern Miss is in the semifinals of the Sun Belt Tournament in Montgomery. And we're just really grateful to have such a dynamic community with so much going on. And it really, to put an exclamation point on this sort of spring season, is our Memorial Day ceremony that we're going to have this coming Monday at Veterans Park at 10 a.m. And, Camp Shelby and Armed Forces Museum added this ceremony for Friday. And really, it's a great end of the spring. And I really hope that people in whatever community they're in will take time to find some sort of personal or collective reflection to really understand and give thanks for those who did pay the full price, who did make the ultimate sacrifice for our country.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked not so long ago when we were down. How are you doing financially? How are tax diversions and revenues going? It's always something you got to pay attention
to. We wait for the number from the Department of Revenue every 15th of the month. And luckily, Hattiesburg, I think, has set sales tax records 26 of the last 31 months.
Wow.
And along with that comes, of course, affordability and inflation, especially when we bid things out. We opened a bid yesterday, and it actually, for the first time, came in under bid for the first time in a couple of years. But it really is a great time to be here. There's so much going on with downtown. We are one of our main retailers, the Lucky Rabbit, opened their expansion last weekend, and I know they attract folks from all over the state and all over the Gulf South. And so the economy is doing well in Hattiesburg. We look forward to what's coming next.
Yeah. Anything in particular you'd like to see our state government address in the next session, where we're going to have fruit basket turnover, so to speak, with perhaps a new government, lots of new reps, maybe new senators, lots of incumbents returning, but we start a new term. That's the main thing.
I think the one thing that the legislature is going to have to address going forward is state retirement.
Yeah, agree.
We have we can't continue to raise employer contributions. And if you ask any mayor, any supervisor, an county board, any superintendent, the biggest fiscal liability for us is this employer contribution going from 17, over 17% to over potentially 22%, which is for us a 28% increase in our state retirement cost.
Right.
For Hattiesburg, it means $1.5 million with our current employee load, and for school districts and counties, it's just the same. And so there's going to have to be some hard decisions made, and I think that we have a legislature that has the political will to do so. I
appreciate you bringing it up, Mayor, because I bring it up regularly on the program. The candidates don't seem to want to talk about this issue. It's not a very popular issue. It's very thorny, very sensitive, very controversial, and there are no easy answers to it as well. Mayor, good to see you, sir. Thanks for stopping by today.
Hey, thanks a lot, and again, hope everyone finds a place to celebrate on Memorial Day.
Yes, sir, you got it. We're stepping aside for a break right here on Middays. It's top of the hour. That means Fox News, SuperTalk News.